The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator here with New Black Wall Street. I'm here tonight on Saturday night. Just wanted to come speak to you guys a little bit about some things that are on my mind, bothering me. And I wanted to make sure that I spoke to you guys tonight. So tonight we're going to be talking about black business, the black economy, and the black dollar. We're going to be having a conversation about this tonight so that hopefully we can, we can shed some light on some things, because I realize that many of us are, some of us will say we're asleep, right? We're just not conscious of the impact that our dollar makes. And the reality is that I understand why, right? Because it's been years and years and years of programming that's got us to the place where we are now ever since integration. So before integration, we would be forced to circulate our dollar. We would be forced to build an economy. We were forced to do the things that was necessary for us to survive. But now that we're not forced to, we no longer see it as important, as a priority, as a whole. Now there are a few, but the few are not moving the needle for the masses, and that's a problem. So I want to talk a little bit about tonight on some things that I think will help you. I know that there'll probably be some entrepreneurs that I'm be able to help with some of the words I'll say tonight, because I've been through some stuff, and hopefully some of the stuff I've been through you can learn from. But at some point, we got to get out of our own way. At some point, we got to make us important to us. At some point, black dollars have to matter to black people. And that's really what it comes down to. Every other community, every other ethnic group, they make sure that their dollars are important to them. You think about it, the Mexican community, they got little stores and little shops. They got little construction companies, and they make sure that they take care of each other. You think about the Asian community, and they got the nail shops, and they got the dry cleaners, and they all hire their own family to come in and do services for us. And then obviously we got the biggest group in this country, which is the Caucasians, and they continue to amass wealth and control the wealth of this nation. But here's the deal, guys. We'll probably never be able to overtake that wealth gap, right? But we can start to bridge that gap. And the way that we can actually bridge that gap is by making sure that we shop with one. Here's what they do. Here's where the money goes. So the money, it comes into our hands, and we use it to spend with them. It comes into their hands, and they use it to spend with them. None of it comes back and stays with us. So it's essentially what happens is they infiltrate into our neighborhoods that we've been placed at, and then they suck the resources out of the neighborhoods. This is a strategy because they've been doing it for years. How do you think that we got America? They came over into this land, made friends with the Aborigines, and then they stole all the land. They stole all of the wealth. They're doing the same thing in Africa right now. They're going into the land and they're stealing all the wealth. They do it everywhere they go. Why do you think there's wars? Those wars aren't because of some terrorists. Those wars are because we want resources from wherever it is that we go. We want to dominate and control. And here's the deal. We've gotten to a point in our life, in this generation, where we voluntarily give up our resources. We voluntarily give it up. And so here's the deal, man. At some point, you got to say, man, I got to ask you, are you black conscious? You know what I mean? Because I think the programming has gotten so deep that it's in our subconscious. And I'm guilty of it too. When I think about going to eat, I think about somewhere that is not black. And I was saying to myself the other day, man, we got soul food restaurants. We got Caribbean restaurants. We got Jamaican restaurants. I can go there and support those brothers. They still serve some pretty decent food and some healthy food. They got healthy food items. But no, I'll still go to the Mexican restaurant. I'll still go to the Chinese restaurant. I'll still go to the American deli. Not even thinking about or even giving it an option that I'm going to go and support another brother and sister who's trying to pave the way for our community. And I'm not just talking about restaurants. I'm talking about anything that you have an opportunity to actually support another brother or sister. It's so far gone from our minds. And so I'm wondering, what is it? What do we need to do to actually reprogram? Because here's the deal. It's not as if it's not available. How many black company lists do we have? How many directories do we have, right? So it's not like we can't find them if we were looking for them. We're just not looking for them. And how many black markets do we have? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're not there. We just don't look for them because we've made our own people, our own organizations inconvenient for us when they should actually be a blessing to us. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I think one thing is we don't really understand how does money work, how does money flows, right? Because here's the deal, right? I got this detergent. I'm a seller of it right now. It's a black detergent, black owned, black manufacturer. So when you think of manufacture, that means they created it, right? And so now after they manufacture, they need to distribute so that they can sell. So when I'm talking to people, I'm like, hey, do you understand the opportunity that's here to be a distributor? So if you think of a distributor, what's a distributor? Who's a distributor? You got a distributor like Walmart, like Amazon. They're distributors or merchandisers. And so they make a whole bunch of money just being the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. And I'm trying to tell my black folks, my family, like, listen, this is an opportunity to participate in the distribution of a company, build a relationship with a manufacturer, because who knows what else they may make. And then you can actually at some point have ownership. Why? Think about it. Let's go to the hood for a second. Let's just say you got a kingpin and you got a little peon. You know what I'm saying? They moving that weight in the street. And the little peon is doing so well with distribution that he keeps rising up the ranks until eventually the kingpin is like, hey, you want to go in, you want to be a partner. We can take the same idea in a law practice. You got the rookie that comes in, he learns all the game, and the next thing you know, he moving up till he become partner. That's the same opportunity you have with something like this, but most people can't see it. They can't see it. It's never been taught to them. It's never been told to them. They never can see the vision. But if I put it on something like that, you understand weed, you understand cocaine, you understand heroin or whatever else, meth, whatever's out there. So we got the mentality of business people, but we just don't apply it to something that's legal. You know what I'm saying? We rather flip some CDs, flip some t-shirts, and that's all good. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But how many more t-shirt companies do we need? Everybody gonna be washing those t-shirts. The question is, are they gonna be washing it in Tide? They're gonna be washing it in Game? Or they're gonna be washing it back with a company that's gonna redistribute those resources back into your very own community? I'm just using this as an example. You don't have to be, you know what I mean? You don't have to be interested in this. I'm trying to use it as an example. I'm not trying to sell you on this particularly, even though that's what I do. I'm just trying to give you an example because you got a product, you got a service. You see what I'm saying? And if we all begin to understand how to redistribute back into our community, because when someone comes to me and they say, hey, I'm gonna sign up for your program, they give me $20. Now I'm investing in something like this. I took your $20, I took part of it and I invested into another black company that helped them out. Now I got product that I can sell, and I can also help create other business owners, entrepreneurs in my community. Now, that $20 that you're spending with me, it's circulated about 4 or 5 times. You see what I'm saying? But we don't see that. You know what I'm saying? All we see is, oh, I spent this money. But you really don't see when you spend that money somewhere else what they're doing with it. And what they're doing with it is using it to build up a pipeline that they can buy policies that are going to work against you. We don't see it. So I wanted to just kind of talk about that tonight because I want you to understand money flow and the decisions that you make with your money, directly or indirectly, they impact you, they affect you. So if you don't start to make wiser decisions with where you spend your money, then don't complain when all the policies work against you. Don't complain when Obama doesn't do anything for black people. Don't complain when Donald Trump doesn't do anything for black people. You ain't got no money forcing him to do anything for black people. Because we give all of our money away back to them for to be able to control the money and also control the policies. We don't get it. For some reason, we just don't get it. Or maybe we do get it, but when it's time to actually put it into action, we forget it. You know what I mean? Because we've been programmed to go to McDonald's. We've been programmed to go to Wendy's. We've been programmed to continue to give our money and our wealth and our resources away versus pulling them together. Now, here's what I understand. Everything that we need, we can't necessarily get out of our own community. But I would say about 80% of the things that we use or need, someone in our community actually creates it or builds it. Anywhere from IT to infrastructure to t-shirts, whatever. So if we can get it from our community, then the question is, man, what's it going to take for me to decide that I'm going to make an effort, a conscious effort? That's what I'm talking about, a conscious effort to redistribute back within our community. Now, some of us who have businesses, you got to step it up. You got to step up your game. One thing that if you are a business owner right now, and I'm talking probably to the entrepreneur and the entrepreneur right now, I know some people, they're just getting started. You need to get your own house. You need a website. Some of you guys are trying to use these other platforms as if they're yours. And my question to you is, what if those platforms go away? Are you out of business? Have you captured audience? Have you captured your customer so that you have them in your pipeline? Or are you relying on Facebook, which you don't control? Are you relying on Instagram, which you don't control? Thank you so much, Bartholomew. I was getting to that. Are you relying on them to hand you a network that you don't control, which means that they can take it away anytime they want? You got to start thinking smart. Use these platforms, yes, but use it to connect and bring back to your house. You feel me? This shouldn't be your house. This is an avenue. This is a network. This is a market, right? See, let me say that. If you don't understand by now that YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever else y'all using, Snapchat, what else y'all using? I don't know what else y'all using. If you don't understand by now, if you are a business owner, if you have any product or service at all, and you don't even consider yourself a business owner, but you got something to sell, if you don't understand by now that these platforms, Periscope, are markets, and you're treating them as if they're social media instead of markets, you need to reevaluate your thinking process, because you're missing out on opportunity. You're missing out on money. You're missing out on taking your business or your idea, whatever it is that you created, to the next level, because you're still acting as if it's social media. While the big wigs are conducting business, they got ads out. They got people buying their stuff through these social networks because they're looking at it as a marketplace. And we're looking at it as a play place. We're looking at it as entertainment. We're looking at it as connection. That's why you'll always see something that I do is going to be tied to something that you can buy from me. Because I realize that it's a market. I realize that there's opportunity. I realize that I can do business all over the world from my computer if I just present my business right. So what Bartholomew is putting into the comments below, we talked earlier of WeBuyBlack.com. I'm gonna go pump all these black places up. WeBuyBlack.com, that is your black Amazon. So if you have a product or service, I don't know, I saw someone had some soap earlier. I saw someone that had some t-shirts, whatever. That's a place that you can go outside of Amazon to connect to your own people to keep that money circulating. Now, you can still use Amazon. I'm not saying don't use them. Still connect with all them people that are going to buy from you. But what I'm saying is, what if we can pump this place up that is for us and by us truly, and get that to the place where Amazon is? So now people want to come to our Amazon, and then we can charge them to pay for their, for them to be, advertised or whatever they're going to do. You see what I'm saying? But we gotta be conducting business on there. It got to be 50 million, 1 billion strong that need to know about WeBuyBlack.com. That's the black Amazon. So what I had thought about, I was like, man, I need to create this marketplace. And I ran across WeBuyBlack.com, and I said, well, shoot, no need for me to reinvent the wheel. Let me just support what they're doing. I don't need to compete with my black people. I just need to collaborate. Now, also, what I did while I was on WeBuyBlack.com, I went ahead and got me an affiliate link. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that if they approve me, and I'm going to add that to my website. So now anytime anybody comes to my house and they want to buy a product or service and they don't know where to go as far as getting any black products, or even if they don't even have to be black, anybody that come to my website, there's going to be a place for them to click. They can go shop. And guess where it's going to take them? To WeBuyBlack.com. Now, what happens there? If you guys don't understand affiliate marketing, if they go there and they buy something, I get a little piece. I mean, it's a small little piece, but I don't care about the piece. What I care about is them seeing that there are wonderful, great black products in one place that they can shop for. WeBuyBlack.com. Also, there's a new social media site, blackspot.com. I haven't checked it out myself personally yet, but he put the website up there for you guys to check out. But I did want to put this link here for those of you who are just getting started in your business. And you're like, I need a website. I don't have one. I'm putting the link here. It's from a black guy. And he's going to walk you through how to actually build your very first website for under $20. You can't beat that. Now, I'm saying this is your first website. That don't mean you don't invest more money later on down the line so you can get, something that's even more robust with some of these other entrepreneurs who build websites and stuff. I'm not trying to take away money from them. I'm trying to help you get started and have your house where people can come to your house and they can do business with you at your house. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sharing resources from beautiful black minds that have created these avenues and these streams for us to be able to conduct business. But again, we got to stop looking at this stuff like it's social media when other people are making money and we not. We need to start looking at this stuff like a market. And you got a product or service that you bring value to the marketplace. And when you bring value to the marketplace, other people exchange their dollars for your value. That's how it works. That's how money works. That's the whole premise of money. It's the exchange of value for value. This is why I don't do much stuff for free, because I understand that if you don't pay for it, you probably aren't going to value it. If you don't pay for it, you're probably not going to show up. If you don't pay for it, you're probably not going to use it. And what's the use of knowledge if it's not used? It's no value. But when you have some skin in the game, you know what I mean? Just like you had to pay a little bit to get the fabric for you to create your shirt or whatever. You got some skin in the game. So you're going to be a little bit more ambitious about using or selling that stuff, right? The same way that when you pay for a college class or whatever, I put my money in this, I'm going to go ahead and finish this course. It's the same way with getting knowledge. It's the same way with getting wisdom. I put my money on this. I'm going to go ahead and show up to this class. I know y'all playing basketball right now, but you know what I mean? I got my $20 riding over here. Let me go ahead and get this. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just put that there. Thanks so much, Shante. So here's the deal. So, yeah, in the comments below, if you got some resources, you know what I'm saying, for that's going to help other people. I'm not talking about you just trying to, you know what I'm saying, be selfish to yourself. But if you got some other resources that you're aware of that I'm not, because I don't know where all the places are, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Now, I'm not talking about you highlighting your own stuff. That's cool and all. But I'm saying just like I did, man, I'm talking about that ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm about to hop on. This website thing, once I found this and I see it was a brother doing it, I said, man, how he doing this for under $20? He put a system together. Then he trying to help other people, because most of us, that's our biggest thing. I need to get a website. I can't afford that $800 and that $700. I just need to get up. Listen, I'm putting you on game right now. So if you don't have a spot and you using, nothing wrong with using Facebook and creating your Facebook page. I'm talking about your own house outside of these social networks, because these social networks you don't control. When you have your own house, you control it. You control what you put up. You control what people see. And if you create some garbage, that's on you, but you control it. So take control. That's the message. Take control. Now, here's the deal. As I was thinking about this, also, I realized that there are some people who are still waiting. And I want to talk about this for a second, because too many of us are waiting on something to help us get going. In other words, we might be waiting on the next check. We might be waiting on our tax returns. We might be and this is a big one, we waiting on somebody else to give us some money that's going to help us out. We waiting on the government to do something for us when we could be doing things for ourselves. And I just want to encourage you tonight to stop waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like it, you may not be in a position right now, right, that you're like financially ready to start investing, okay? Because that's something I teach. But that shouldn't stop you from learning how to invest. So that way, number one, you'll be fueled to the process to get your money up so that you can invest. But number two, you'll be ready to go when you do get the money. But some of us just wait and say, I'm not going to do nothing until I get the money. Well, you can actually still be investing in yourself. You could be investing in yourself, learning how to build a website if you ain't ready to launch your business yet or whatever. Stop waiting. Find something to do productive that's going to move you forward. That's going to move your idea forward. That's going to move your family forward. Stop waiting and stop procrastinating and stop being lazy. Like I just literally don't have time to watch TV. I had to put out 2 newsletters today. Had to go here, go there. Had to put some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Had to respond to people signing up, people ready to roll. I just don't have time. And I'm not going to make the time because that's not productive to me. It may be to you, but it's not productive to me. Stop waiting. 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day go by. You still waiting on something to come to you. It ain't going to come. We got to be a people. If we can get together, 1 million people and march to Washington, there should be no reason why we can't get 1 million people together and march to the bank. It should be any reason why we can't get 1 million people together and march away from Amazon or Facebook. It shouldn't be any reason why we can't do that. But we find these outside issues to be of value, but we don't find our own community and our own issues to be of value. If it was that important to us, we wouldn't have all this killing going on in Chicago. We march our butt up there and make sure that our own people stop killing our own people. But that's not we are more concerned with rallying for something that ain't gonna change than going in and changing our own communities. If we were that concerned, the people in Flint would be having fresh water right now. If we were that concerned, it'd be 1 million people marching to Flint. You see what I'm saying? But we want to go to Washington. We want to go someplace where we ain't even learned politics yet. So what I'm saying is we need to become more strategic about our Black economy. We need to be more conscious about our Black dollar. You see what I'm saying? And we need to be wiser as it relates to how we do business. It's very easy, guys. It's very easy to say, you know what? I know I use Tide. I know I use Gain. But you know what? This is a Black-owned company. And if anything, I at least can give them an opportunity to earn my business. I at least can get in the opportunity. I mean, I've been using Tide and Gain forever. But man, this is a Black company that can actually build into something that can make a difference in our community. But because I've been subconsciously programmed to always go and never try something new, I won't even give them an opportunity because this is what I'm used to. And basically what we're saying is I'm used to giving everybody else my money. I'm used to supporting everyone else but my own. I'm used to it. So I'm just going to keep on doing it. And I had to break my mom out of this. I said, Mom, how long you been with AT&T? And as long as you've been with AT&T, paying this $100, $200 a month for your phone, your cell phone, your TV and all this stuff, has AT&T ever called you and said, you know what, you've been a loyal customer, we're going to give you half off your bill this year? That never happened. I said, so why are you so loyal to AT&T when AT&T doesn't show you how loyal they are to you? Once I said that to her, a week later, we was getting a different service package. She was saving some money and still getting the same level of service. Now, I wish we had a Black telecom community company. I don't think we do yet. We can work on that. But we can work on that when we start working together. You see what I'm saying? But it was a conversation like that we had that changed, that flipped the switch. And then now she was making moves, saving money, and still getting the same level of service. Why would you be loyal to a brand, one, that you're probably not even getting paid for? You're not even invested in, you're not even getting the check. But two, have they ever shown you that they're loyal to you? This is what I talk about companies like, how are you going to have a customer for 10 years paying you month after month after month, but you give all the new subscribers the discounts? So I'm sharing this with you guys because this is how you can change the game. You can start taking care of the people if you're a business owner and they've been coming to you and being your customer forever, you need to do something for them. This is how we used to do business, man. You know what? You've been rocking with me. You done bought 5 classes from me. Hey, the next one's on me. It's free. You know what I'm saying? I do that all the time, and people appreciate that because they see I'm not all about the money. And this is how I keep customers. That's how I keep clients. This is how I continue to grow, because it's not about me. It's about the village. What are you about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on. Hey, Dan, thanks so much for asking, man. I'm working on the shipping as we speak. I'm working to see how we can make this thing work. I really want to be all online right now. I'm just local in Atlanta, but I'm also looking for distributors that are in different cities so that maybe they can distribute. So if you look up top or in the comments, we got a session that you can come to, learn how to be a distributor, so that in your local area they can come to you until I can figure out some type of shipping or whatever. But that's kind of what that is. You messed me up. I forgot where I was going, man. So yeah, but that's how you get a competitive advantage. Number one, it's your people. Number two, they continue to do business with you. They are showing that they appreciate what you're doing. They want to support you. Well, all you do is say, hey, you've been rocking, you know what I'm saying? Do something for your customer. AT&T, Verizon, they're not doing nothing for their customers, but providing them with, quote unquote, the best network. That's it. They still got to pay full price for their package and their service. See what I'm saying? They're not doing that when they give you a contract. You saying they putting you on a contract. That ain't doing nothing good for you at all. And we continue to, year after year after you get these new phones and get under contract. In other words, we still under their bondage. You feel me? But again, when we have the opportunity, see what I'm saying, to support one another, we got to think twice, 3 times, 4 times about it. We got to start moving. So here's the deal, man. I said this the other day, and Anthony's here. I said it's crazy that we can't make a decision. We can't make a $20 decision because, if we can't make a $20 decision, this is for all you customers out there, all you people that are watching on the sidelines, waiting on the opportunity to come, and it keeps sitting you in the face and you don't act on it. And I'm saying, well, if we can't make a $20 decision, how can we make a $20,000 decision? And for some of you guys, you just think I'm playing, but it's not, because this money is real. This game is real. The opportunities are out here, but we don't put ourselves in a position to capitalize on the opportunities when they come. And then when we are in position, we too scared to move forward. We just scared. It's funny. We're not scared to waste our money. We're scared to invest our money. Let me say that again. We're not scared to waste our money. $20, y'all we waste that every weekend in one day, in 20 minutes. But when we start talking about investing our money, we get scared. So you did something that didn't bring you no return. That's 100% risk with no reward. But you got an opportunity to do something where you have the opportunity to get a reward and you're scared to do it. So I wanted to read this to you because I don't think you guys really understand the kind of money that's out here. And thank you, Melon, because that is, we want to right now? Because here's what came to me, guys, and I was like, man, it's crazy. I wish I could present more of this to my people, but they can't even make a decision on $20. So it's really no point in talking to them about some of these opportunities that come across my path, just because I put myself in a position to get these type of opportunities, and I want to bring them to my people. So we got this investment offering. It's from a REIT. It's a real estate investment trust. They're issuing $50 million in shares. This is a private investment. So what does private mean? Private means we got to be in the know. It's not something that the whole public knows. They're investing in a retail center, a hotel center, a shopping center, a flex industrial center. How would you like to be part owner of a retail center, of a hotel, of a shopping center, of a flex industrial center? They're asking basically for their issue, they're asking for a minimum investment of $5,000. And what I'm trying to do is bring 1,000 people together so we can invest $1,000 together. So that when opportunities like this come across our path, my path, your path, or whatever, we say, hey, I see this opportunity. Let's talk about this. Let's break this down and see if we want to pool our money together, group economics, put it into this investment, and watch this thing grow. And we can get it on the front end. And I told you again, you got the primary market, you got the secondary market. The primary market is where Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, all these big banks, they in the primary market. So they privately invest into companies before they hit the public. So when they do hit the public, they make all their money and they out. And we over here fighting on the public realm or the secondary market. So things like this come across our path, but because people can't make a $20 decision, I can't even bring them in to start having these conversations about real money. You feel me? Like I said, how would it feel for $20 investment? You're like, man, I'm in the house. I had the opportunity to own a hotel, a shopping center. This is just one example of things that come across my path. And I'm only saying this to press upon you that the opportunities are there. But are we in a position to capitalize on the opportunities? And will we make the decision to put ourselves in position? Will we make a decision to put ourselves in position? The only thing that's in our way is us. That's it. Only thing that's in our way is us. Hey, what's up, James? Matter of fact, James is here, man. Mr. Tompkins, we're gonna be bringing him. Hopefully, he'll agree to come speak to us. He's got this wonderful group that I want to partner with and make sure you guys get all the education that you need as far as valuating companies and all these different things that are going on with money. This brother here, y'all think I'm smart. When I tell y'all that, I tell y'all this: if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a new room. Well, Mr. Tompkins, that's my new room. When it comes to real estate, Mo Ringo, that's my new room. You see what I'm saying? I'm just good at communicating with the masses. But I look to these good brothers to take me up another level so that I make sure I'm communicating the right thing with the people and that we have this connection so that when we gather all the troops together, gather the 1,000. I'm not trying to get 1 million. When we gather the 1,000, they can lead us in these different avenues from real estate to corporate investments, to private investing, to individual investing, to venture capitalists, to private lending, to angel investing. Opportunities are available to those who are ready. Opportunities available to those who are ready. So the opportunities are there. The question is, are you ready to make a decision? Now, one decision that I'm talking about is go ahead and join Club Millie, where we are gathering. We're going to help 1,000 people save and invest $1,000. But I'm really not talking about me. I'm talking about, are you ready to make a decision that you're going to become conscious of your black dollar? Are you ready to make a decision that you're going to become strategic with your black business? Are you ready to make a decision that'll not only change your life, but think about the life that it'll change for your kids? Like, how are your children going to support black if they never see you do it? Think about that. We talk about it all the time. Group economics sound good. Let's have a talk. Let's go to a meeting and meet Dr. Claude Anderson and meet Boyce Watkins, and we'll talk about it. But then when we go home, we go right back to the way we were, and we continue to show our kids that what we talked about don't mean nothing because we're going to keep on going to Walmart. We're going to keep on going to all these places. Not that you can't, not that you don't have to go, but when do you show your kids that you supporting black? When are you letting your walk match your talk? See what I'm saying? When the lips in your shoes and your feet, they need to match. The tongue in your shoes and your feet, they need to match. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. And so that's why I show you guys the things that I'm doing, because you see what I'm doing with the dollars that come through my community. I'm putting them right back into the community. Why not you? Why not all of us? There's some things we have no choice, but the things that we do have a choice to do, we can make that choice. Except most of adults are just full of it. So anyway, man, I just wanted to come speak to you guys. One, I wanted to make sure we provided some resources. We talked about WeBuyBlack.com. That's the Black Amazon. We talked about this good brother who's helping people to start their websites for under $20. Look in the comments. We got the True Investment session. So if you're interested in becoming a distributor or learning more about what we're doing here in Atlanta, we got that up there for you to come to as well. And I don't know, we put a whole bunch of stuff in the comments. We talked about, where's my brother? Come on back. They always trying to cut me off. Oh, there we go. We talked about the value of the black dollar and how when you invest into a black business that is concerned about the black community, they go back and they invest some of those dollars back into the community. They go and buy from other black businesses. They go and support other black businesses, and then those things can rise, and then those businesses can get bigger. They can go from a small cap or a micro cap company. This is very, very small company. And then next thing you know, let's just talk about a barbershop, for example. So you have a barber who comes into the barbershop and starts cutting hair. And he is buying his products and services from a beauty supply store, but hopefully that beauty supply store will be a black beauty supply store. So his little money goes into the black beauty supply store so he can keep cutting hair. And then that black beauty supply store becomes bigger and bigger to become a franchise leader. Now, as he's a barber, he keep cutting hair, and he's paying his booth rent to his black boss, right? So his black boss is able to get bigger and go open up him another store, and he's able to hire some more black barbers, and he's able to hire a little kid that's going to be an intern in his shop. He's going to start sweeping the floor, sweeping the hair off the floor and all that stuff. While the kid is in the store, is doing all the sweeping, he's learning from these black entrepreneurs. He's getting an entrepreneur mindset. He's learning from the salon lady. So it's a big trickle down effect. Now the guy that was cutting the hair, he done got his money up. He ready to go start his shop and do the cycle all over again. I'm saying that to say that big cycle of cutting hair, ownership, distribution from the beauty supply store. We still need to get to the manufacturing piece, but the beauty supply store that's distributing it, they're just making the wheel happen over again. Now, if we can get to manufacturing, where the distributor who's bringing the hair products and the cleaning stuff, they're bringing it to the barbershop, and they're getting it from a manufacturer. You see what I'm saying? Now we have the whole cycle of the gamut of the selling cycle: manufacturer, distributor, merchandiser, and customer. We control the whole cycle. But many of you guys, again, can't understand the power of being connected to a manufacturer versus going to Walmart, which is getting it from a manufacturer. They're getting their money, and then they're redistributing it and merchandising it to the public. You see what I'm saying? So now that I'm a wholesaler, I get to use this as wholesale, right? Because it's a product I'm gonna use, and you know what I'm saying? I can't be selling something I ain't using, right? But then also I get to write it off, right, as a business expense, because it's samples that I use out of this and all that stuff. You see this, for those that are not business minded, this probably ain't making no sense to you. Like, man, really? You know, yes, absolutely. This is how rich people keep getting rich, because they know things that poor people don't know. They talk a different language that poor people don't talk. They won't be talking about, hey, let's take this to Walmart. They'll first be thinking, well, how can we keep all that money in house? You know what I'm saying? Or if we're going to take it to Walmart, we need to own some of Walmart. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't learn it, right, how are your kids going to learn it? And if your kids don't learn it, how are their children going to learn it? And if nobody ever learns it, how are we going to turn this thing around as far as the community is concerned? Got to become more black conscious with your dollars. You got to become more strategic with your business. I'm telling you, if you do that, you decide you're going to do that. You decide you're going to, own your own stuff. Learn all these different techniques on selling and all that stuff. We can rise it ain't going to take very long. It's not going to take very long at all. It's not going to take 400 years. It's not going to maybe take one generation, maybe two, if we start applying it and then teaching it to our kids. Anyway, man, I don't want to keep you guys too long, man. I go in. What's going on, Robert? Thanks so much for joining, man. Yeah, WeBuyBlack.com. That is the Black Amazon. You know what I mean? I have no affiliation with them, but guess what? I'm going to support them. I'm going to help push them up. With my little influence, I'm going to do what I can. And all I'm asking is that you do what you can. Reiterate, this is ERGJ from ERGJ Enterprise. We got a couple things coming up. Again, the True Investment Session, but really we got tomorrow we are meeting with the Punch TV Studios CEO. So if you guys heard about the $1 IPO on the radio or something like that, we're going to interview him. Because, we want to ask some questions before more people start putting their money in. We got the marijuana session. Unfortunately, that sold out on Tuesday, but it looks like we're going to have to do another session because we've had so much demand for that session. So I'm going to work on trying to put together another session for that. And then we also have Stock Market 101 coming up on Saturday. And then this Wednesday, we're rolling out the Club Millie plan. This is the plan I'm talking to you guys about, that we're helping 1,000 people save and invest $1,000. So if you want to get more details on the full vision of the plan, you got to sign up for one of those sessions that we have on Wednesday and Thursday. Every Wednesday and Thursday for the month of February, which is Black Wealth Month, we're not only going to read history, we're going to make history. You're going to be able to come to one of those sessions so you can get the full breadth of the plan. So that when a lot of people are signing up already, but you might be one of those people. I got a whole bunch of questions. I need answers. I need to see what you're doing and all this. I get it. We so skeptical. We just won't go with something. So we're going to roll it out. So you get all your questions answered. It's going to be very clear. And then you make a decision from there. So anyway, we got that on Wednesday and Thursday. You can find all of that at www.ergj.net. That's where you can sign up for any of the upcoming classes. There where you can get your spot. It's a free spot if you want to come to the Club Millie presentation. And then we have the next week, we're going to be doing the true investment session. So if you want to learn about how you can become a distributor, how you can work with us on making sure that we support this product, we push this product, and we sell this product, and we get our boys out the streets instead of selling some pounds, they can sell some detergent. You see what I'm saying? We can do this. But guess what? I can't do it alone. It takes a village, and it starts with us. You guys have a good night, man. Let's build as we climb together.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there in the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.